Now to more news. Unsettling and unprecedented. That's how the mayor of Washington, D.C. is referring to President Trump's decision to declare a public safety emergency for the city.
He says the crime there is out of control and deployed National Guard troops to handle the problem. NBC's Alice Barr reports from the nation's capital.
Because you'd be safe.
Following an unprecedented order from President Trump, hundreds of National Guard troops are expected on the streets of Washington, D.C., beginning today, according to a White House official, to crack down on crime.
We're declaring public safety emergency in the District of Columbia.
The president deploying the Guard and taking federal control over the D.C. Police Department for up to 30 days without congressional approval, citing violent crimes like a recent attack on a former DOJ employee during an attempted carjacking.
Historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor.
But the move comes when the U.S. Attorney's Office said in January that violent crime in D.C. was at a 30-year low. Metro Police noting a 26% drop since last year. Though the head of the police union says that's not the feeling on the ground, arguing crime stats have been manipulated and calling any talk of a recent drop in crime preposterous. Protesters speaking out, pointing to President Trump's recent move to send thousands of National Guard troops to Los Angeles this summer to tamp down on immigration protests, and his comments that federal intervention in other cities like New York and Chicago could be next.
Trump does not care about D.C. safety. He cares about control.
The Attorney General of D.C. said he was exploring legal options. The D.C. mayor called the president's actions
unsettling and unprecedented,
while promising to work with the federal government to keep the city safe. Unlike in the states, the president has direct control over the D.C. National Guard. Still, the move represents another step in testing the boundaries of how U.S. troops can be used in American territory. And the D.C. City Council is accusing the White House of a manufactured intrusion on local authority. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.